Honest talk. Good talk.
Passionate talk.
talkRADIO. The world headquarters of common sense.
Listen on your smart speaker.
Watch it live on your smart TV.
Peter Cardwell.
talkRADIO.
Thank you very much indeed to everyone who's been in touch. It was great to talk to Jeremy Kyle there, and lots of people already saying that they are looking forward to having Jeremy back. I know I am too. That will be on Monday. He'll be back at 4 o'clock for a drive between 4 and 7. So much excitement here in Talk Radio Towers because it's time for... Play the jingle.
Cardi B's Biscuit Breakdown.
This is Cardi P's Biscuit Breakdown because Tech Up Dave, the man, the legend himself, is coming out from behind the glass. It's a big moment for him, for all of us really. He is someone who keeps us on air all week. He is someone who is a bit of a legend, and for many reasons. He's just good fun. He's just a nice person. He's a pleasure to work with. I nearly said 4 there. And he's also someone who brings in biscuits every week. So much so that we've created our own jingle for which biscuits. And I can honestly say that despite the fact that it is nearly the last half hour of the programme, I haven't actually had any biscuits today so far. And in fact, I'm not going to have any biscuits today at all, because Jaffa Cakes, as we know, are a cake and not a biscuit. Tech Up Dave is in the studio. You're very welcome.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Your debut?
Sort of, yes.
You've been on Talk Radio before, but not in the last little while.
Not for a long time. I was with Paul Ross.
With Paul Ross?
Yeah.
Wow, my goodness. Well, listen, you are the Biscuit King.
Apparently.
As we know. And Jaffa Cakes, in an exciting move, have got a number of new flavours.
Yes.
Talk us through this.
They keep experimenting. It was originally just the normal humble Jaffa Cake, which they introduced in 1927. But they keep bringing new ones out. You said earlier about a cranberry sauce one.
Yeah, there's been a cranberry one for Christmas.
Yeah.
That they had a sort of limited edition. Someone was texting in about that, and that's clearly just for a short period of time. But there's a couple more ones that are just coming out at the moment.
Yeah, there's been a lemon and lime one. They do all sorts of weird things, but the latest ones are cherry and black currant.
Cherry and black currant. I mean, 2 separate ones, I should say. And they're also, I didn't know this, but they're also Jaffa, what are they, Joe Nuts?
Joe Nuts.
Joe Nuts.
So it's supposed to be a Jaffa Cake and a donut.
Together.
I
don't know how I feel about that. How do you feel about that?
I'm not sure. I've heard good reports, but I don't know.
Well, how do you think we should do this? Should we do the black currant, then the cherry, then the Joe Nut? Is that
well, you're the host, so I'm going to follow you.
Let's start. I think cherry are going to be horrible. So why don't we start with the black currant?
Oh, okay then.
And see. I think you bought these, Tech Up Dave.
Yes.
Actually, yeah. I mean,
I believe they're.
This is a legitimate
edition.
Business expense.
Yes, it was a legitimate business expense, and will be claimed through the proper.
Excellent. You're in so many ways. You're very much the Rishi Sunak's wife of Talk Radio. You're the Akshata Murthy of this morning.
Thank you. Do you know how long it takes to make a Jaffa Cake?
No, tell me.
It takes 18 minutes from start to finish.
Talk me through the process.
Well, all I can tell you that it's made in a factory that's 10 acres big.
Right. Wow.
And the conveyor belt is over a mile long. So these Jaffa Cakes have been on a real journey before they even reach the packet.
And now the journey has come to an end.
And the oven is 100 yards long.
100 yards?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, so the whole process, how many Jaffa Cakes do you reckon they can make in a minute?
I don't know. How many Jaffa Cakes can they make in a minute?
2,000.
Wow. That's even more than I'm going to eat today.
Yes.
But I think if I'm still on the radio in 2027, we should definitely mark 100 years of the Jaffa Cake. I think you and
That's a good idea.
Should go to the Jaffa Cake factory and see how it goes. What do you think?
I'm up for that, because the workers there are encouraged to eat as many Jaffa Cakes as they can.
Why do we work here? I mean, this is a great job, but why are we not working the Jaffa? They're encouraged to eat as many as possible. Why?
Yeah. Well, they can eat as many as they can. I suppose it's just a company perk.
Brilliant. Well, listen, we better get started because we're going to run out of time here. Let's try the black currant one. I've got a cup. Have you got a cup of tea?
I've got some water.
You got some water. Okay, I've got a cup of tea made for me by the lovely Amelia, who objects to how weak I take my tea. Right, here goes. There's a black currant one. Mm-hmm. I like that, actually.
There's a definite taste of black currant there.
Mm.
shouldn't talk with my mouth.
Does it pass the dunking test? That's my question, because Jaffa cakes sometimes disintegrate.
I'll leave that to you.
I quite like the blackcurrant ones. I'm through that.
Yeah, I can live with that. Although I've always thought a Jaffa cake can only be orange.
Yeah, with the Jaffa link. One would have thought.
Doesn't make any sense.
Let's move on to the cherry one.
Okay.
And see where we are. We've got a box each here, which is very important. Obviously, we can't be expected to share our Jaffa cakes. That would be ludicrous. But
I'd love to say that you've got a full packet, but the team have already been eating
dreadful. I'm sure Beth has been. Producer Beth has been. Yeah, she's running a marathon, half marathon tomorrow. So I'm sure she's carbo loading. For that with the Jaffa cakes.
That's why she's been eating all your Jaffa cakes.
Yeah, that's definitely the reason. Yeah, all right, let's go for the cherry ones.
Cherry one.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's ghastly.
I'm not a fan of that.
It kind of tastes a bit like a strepsil, like a throat sweet.
Yeah, to start with, there is no flavour, but it sort of slowly builds.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're right, it tastes like.
Beth
a
says it tastes like perfume. Yeah, it's an odd one. I definitely don't like that.
No, I'm not a fan of that.
Okay. All right, let's try the Joe Nut now.
The Joe Nut.
Take another sip of tea here.
Now, interesting, there were 4 of those.
And there are now 3. Where's the other one gone? Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Okay. So
I've already named the culprit.
Oh, was it Beth?
Yeah.
Beth, hold on. Beth, producer Beth has had a Joe Nut.
Yes.
And how many Jaffa cakes? How many Jaffa cakes have you had, Beth? Talk to me in my ear and tell me. Yeah, I've only had 2. I mean, I'm not sure about it. Right, Joe Nut. So
right.
It looks like, if you're watching on TV, it looks like this. It looks like a donut with chocolate on the top.
Yes. Somebody asked me the other day, how do you eat your Jaffa cakes? Because apparently that some people always have to eat them with the chocolate up. And some people eat them with the chocolate down.
Okay.
I've always been a chocolate up.
Do you know what I used to do? There used to be a not usual Jaffa cakes, but it's like a shop's own brand of Jaffa cakes, which the chocolate was like slightly, I don't know, like it was a slightly different texture. And I used to pick all the chocolate off, then eat the cake bit, and then have like the little centre bit of the stuff to itself. It was kind of weird.
Yes. Definitely weird.
I'm not a fan of the Joe Nut.
No, I quite like the Joe Nut.
I don't know what it is about the Joe Nut, but I just don't like it. I say taking another bite for research purposes only.
Indeed.
Tech Up Dave, the man, the legend. Lovely to have you in the studio. Thank you for doing the taste test. So of the 3, briefly, cherry we don't like, blackcurrant we do like, Joe Nut you're a fan of. Which would you choose if you had to choose one? If I had to choose one, I'd probably go for the Joe Nuts. Interesting. Well, there is one Joe Nut left, so I'll give that to you after the programme. I think that's going to be stolen by somebody else. Probably Beth. Fairly quickly. Probably Beth. Yes. Okay. Well, there we go. I believe you're going on to Easter eggs. Yes, now. Indeed, I am. Because someone at Cadbury has very kindly sent me a mini eggs Easter egg, knowing somehow, I don't know how, that mini eggs are my favourite Easter egg. Obviously, Easter's not for a few weeks yet, but in the interests of quality control, I think I probably will have to make sure that. I mean, look at that! It's a whole bag of mini eggs as well. Producer Beth will be getting 0 mini eggs, I hasten to add, but I will try the egg here to make sure that it's that it is up to scratch. And I always find with an Easter egg, I don't know about you, but you just sort of have to bash it. I mean, there are people. There we go. There are people who try to, sort of take it apart half and half and stuff. I just don't engage with that tomfoolery. I just think you just have to bash it. So that is delicious. That is absolutely delicious. I mean, Cadbury, thank you very much for sending me an Easter egg. If there are any other chocolate companies that want me to try their Easter egg live on air, I'm open to it. And thank you to Tech Up Dave as well for that amazing taste test of the Jaffa Cakes. Let's hear the jingle one more time. Dave? He's had so much celebrity now that he can't do his own job.
Cardi B's Biscuit Breakdown.
That is the end of Cardi B's Biscuit Breakdown for this week. We're not going to do a whole 15 minutes every week, but I thought it was important with those new Jaffa Cake flavours to have Tech Up Dave in. That was amazing. Thanks as well to Shane, who says, that Jaffa Cake Dave brought in looks great. All I've got is a cheap packet of chocolate biscuits from Woolworths, which is the chain no longer in the UK, but in Sydney. So Shane, I think that's a shame. And I mean, I would send you the Jaffa Cakes, but I do worry, Shane, that they would be out of date by the time they got to you, and I think that's going to be a major problem. So with your interests at heart, I'm going to keep them here in the UK and eat them myself. Stay with us here on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Best recipe ever. Pan-national agitated debate and discussion.
Radio with an answer for everything.
Powered by your opinions.
Something to talk about. Talk Radio.
The home of common sense.